Hello everybody, my name's wokkamagic and welcome back to Tokyo Dark. So we're back in Shinjuku. I think that's what this place is called. But it's because we have the code to this. There we go. Oh, it worked. Looks like Kasumi's tip wasn't a lie. Nice. In we go. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Well, the music for start, I mean, that's a bit of a shitty sound. Oh, what a stench. I know that smell. Anyone who's worked homicide long enough knows it. Somebody's been deaded. Open? It seems to be locked. I can't open it. Can I kick it? It didn't move at all. Must be reinforced. Can I pick the lock? I can't. Seems like the inside of the lock has been filed off. Well, that's not good. I mean, there's a lot of flies up ahead. No good. It's as if something is holding it from the other side. Can I kick it? Damn it, that did nothing, but my foot hurt. But hurt my foot. The hairpin isn't catching on anything. This isn't going to work. Okie dokie. So I guess we just keep moving right. Yeah, there we go. This one won't budge either. Kick it. There's no way I can kick this down. The locks have been tampered with to make them useless. What's being hidden in these rooms? I guess we should start by asking why this guy has sort of been ripped apart. Because I'm just... Oh. That is not... Is he missing his eyes as well? This is the source of the smell, alright. The body's in pretty bad shape. Whoever did it took enough time to mutilate the corpse. The internal organs have been disturbed. Maybe removed? What's this? There's a paper bag with the name Higashi written on it. Did Reina do this? Oh god, I lost some of my sanity. I think I hear a door opening. Oh, I don't hear it rattling, but I see it, or... Yeah. It sounds like something is trying to escape from the inside. Let's touch it. The rattling stopped. Why? Do I really want to enter? I mean, fuck a duck, she's brave. I mean, I wouldn't have done. I would have just left and, you know, never came back. But that's just me, you know. Alright. This TV doesn't look like it's been used in years. And it's covered by a thick layer of dust. I doubt it even works anymore. Okay. Let's look at these photos. Oh, hello, good looking. Shots of various girls, all of them taken in this room. They don't look like the professional headshots an agency would take. They all look so sad and young. I've got a pretty good idea what these pictures were used for and the types of people they might have been sent to. Well, shit me. I sort of understand what... I perfectly understand what she's talking about. You'd have to be pretty turned off to not realize what she's talking about. Oh, God, that's Reina. Reina? So it's true. To think you were kept in a place like this. What happened to you? Something's happening. Oh, God, not the mask. Oh, Higashi? You're back early. Yeah, I don't feel well. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Oh, the mask is there. It's showing me shit. Ruby, don't ignore me. Lately it's been the same excuse over and over. I don't know what you're talking about. Ruby, my sweet little Ruby. You think because that one song was a hit you can just stop working? That money is all gone, sweetheart. We spent it all trying to get you a record. Oh god, shit, sorry. A record deal. Don't you think it's unfair to eat my food and stay here for free without doing any work? Ruby, hey, stop crying. Stop crying! I'm talking to you! Please, I didn't mean it. I'll do another song. I'll make it up to you. I promised. I just don't want to. That's exactly why I'm setting up all these meetings for you. You make the right impression. You make the right impression with these guys and they'll take you places. Speaking of which, I got a call a little while ago from Masa. You know what he told me? He told me you were being a little disagreeable with him last night at his place. You know that he's one of our best clients, don't you? The things he can do for you girls is, well, I shouldn't even need to tell you. So, he's essentially whoring them out. There's no two ways of putting that. He is whoring these poor little things out. You gotta feel bad for her. Look at her. She's been through so much shit. And on top of that, a mask sort of tries to take over her. And it's just... I feel bad for her now. I want to help. I sent you to him because he said there was something special about you. In fact, he said out of all the girls here, he particularly wanted to meet you. I did you a big favor by making that happen. Then you compensate my generosity by sitting in a room, crying, and telling me you don't feel well, or whatever excuse you came up with next. I couldn't. He tried to. I don't care what he tried to do. You should have let him. When I took you in, you were a vulnerable, tiny girl who was already failing in school. But I saw your potential. I could already tell how pretty you'd be when you were older. That's all those men care about. How I look. So what? You think I took you in because of how smart you were? You're an idol. You're supposed to be looked at. Most men would fall over themselves to meet a pretty girl like you, but you ruin it for everyone when you sit there crying. What are you doing? I'm sick of looking like an idiot, Ruby. You made me do this. What did he do to her? TV's back on. Okay. Well, there's our Reina. I mean, is this her song? Because I am liking this. Feel that beat. Yes! So much yes. I might just have to try and get the OST for this. But was that it? Or was there more to it? Let's see. Alright, give me a minute. We'll see. No, okay. I got to the end. It just stops. So, alright, that's fine. Okay. Oh. I hear crying in there. The noise stopped. Whose room is this? Oh. Why do we see Reina? What? Oh. Another memory. Ah, god damn it. Fucking cables. Ah. Damn it, Ruby. I can't stand to see you like this. You're not gonna feel better staying cooped up in here. Listen, I got you that photo shoot lined up tomorrow. The one with Masa? Are you even listening? Don't make me go back. I don't want to go out. Let me stay here. What's wrong with you? Please, don't make me. I'm afraid to go. Far as I can tell, all you're afraid of is success. I've fallen over myself to make you a star, but you'll never get anywhere if you lock yourself away. What, you got nothing to say? You not got anything? Oh, you not going to say anything? You can't treat me like this. I gave you your name, your music, and damn near everything else. Oh, but you think you're special, right? Let me break it to you, honey. You're not. There's loads of other girls in this business just like you. And they do what they have to do without complaining about it. They understand how important it is to keep clients happy, and I'm sorry it's not all butterflies and flowers. But you're not some naive little girl anymore. You're a woman now. Hey, Earth to Ruby, I'm trying to give you some advice here and you're not even listening. Raina. My name is Raina. What'd you just say? Raina? Who's that? Oh yeah, that was the name of some pathetic little foster girl I picked up. You want to go back to being her? Just say the word and I'll throw you out there myself. If you think you've got it so bad now, let's count the seconds between you hitting those streets and being back in foster care or dead in some gutter. Not so talkative now, are we, Raina? Or is it Ruby? The girl who was successful? The girl who could make it if she would just do what she was told? Sorry. I'm sorry I lost my temper, but you gotta see things my way. You were special. You know that. I see. I saw so much potential in you. Such a beautiful young girl. I wanted to raise you up and show you what life could be. Then you reject me and everything I can offer you. It's a damn shame. You're still pretty, Ruby. So pretty. But not when you mope around. Look, I get it. You're a teenager and you want to cry it out, right? Fine. But when you're done with that, you're going back out there. You think I want to send you to all those little meetings with Massa and guys like him? I'd rather you were successful so we don't have to do that. I'm on your side. I call bullshit on that. If you'd work harder, you wouldn't have to do things like that. Stop crying. You're not a child anymore. I just want to go home. Home? Where do you think you are? You are home. This is as good as it's going to get for a girl like you. Tomorrow, you're going to go out with Massa and do whatever it is he tells you to do. You'll stop this crying and you'll start making some money. Maybe it was a mistake to think you'd end up being special. Turns out you're just another disappointment. Another whore. No, she's not. You made her that way. You're an absolute prick. What is this? There's something laying on the mattress. It's a newspaper article dated October 24th, 2004. The article's title, One Hit Wonder Ruby Commits Suicide. That can't be. That was over 10 years ago. Her real name was withheld for the press, but her picture is there. According to the article, Higashi went to her room and found it locked. He called to her. She didn't answer. I thought she must have been tired, he said. She'd been working hard on a new song. He only forced the door when he noticed the smell where he found her hanging from the rafters. She'd hung herself almost 2 days before. Probably in this room. There's more. Though Mr. and Mrs. Higashi had adopted her years before, Ruby was not made to work and love being an idol more than anything in the world. Her song, Look For Me, will go on sale again this month, with all sales going to various suicide prevention charities. I've read enough. The sadness that's in this room is the same awful feeling I felt in the sewers. Is it Raina's? Is this what I was supposed to see? So, it turns out she was actually dead long before all of this happened with... God, I've forgotten her name. How could I forget her name? Who is she? Shit, I've forgotten. What? How could I forget? Ayami Aito, that's it. Before the whole incident with Ayami shooting her. So, is it when she died? She got consumed by the darkness and that's what brought her back? I assume so. But if that's the case, then Ayami shooting her at the shrine isn't actually her fault, if you get what I mean. She didn't shoot a living person. She was already a spectre at that point in time. You see? Sort of links together there. I feel sick. That monster. How many girls did Higashi pass around and abuse before she murdered him? And Reina. She looked the same as she does now. 16 years old. A child. Higashi had locked her up and she tried to take back control the only way she thought she could only she came... What? Oh my god. I hate tongue twisters. I know it's not a tongue twister, but my tongue thinks it's a tongue twister. A bit like that. Higashi had her locked up, and she tried to take back control the only way she thought she could only she came back. Oh! The only way she thought she could. Only she came back. Yeah, so killing herself is the way she thought she could take control back. But because there's no comma there, that's what threw me off. A single comma fucked that entire sentence up for me. Because it's essentially meant to read, Higashi had her locked up and she tried to take back control the only way she thought she could. Only she came back. There. See, there's meant to be a little pause between could and only. There. A Walker English lesson. I might be wrong. Who fucking cares? I think it sounds better with a comma. And my opinion is all that really matters at the moment. That's another thumbs up if you couldn't tell. And all that pain and suffering came back with her. When I was in that room, I could feel it like it was my own. And it's not the first time I felt it. The dark was steeped in it. As soon as I realized it was like the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, like a heartbeat following me, but it's not enough. The mask could help me find the door, and I can feel the dark, but the path still isn't open to me. What am I missing? My gut tells me it has to do with the Kamenkai, and the only one alive who knows about it is the old Kawana woman. She has to tell me what happened. Alright, so we need to go talk to the old Kamawa. Kamawa? Yeah, is that it? Kamawa? Sounds about right. It'll do. It'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Enter. I'm coming in. I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Kamenkai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Kamenkai? I don't know anything about it. Leave me. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Aito, just because this investigation's important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Aito, but all that deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people can understand that. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away, and there's unfinished business from the Kamenkai that needs to be taken care of. What's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promise to talk to you about all this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking us dinner, weren't you? All right. We'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me. So, you found me out. Now that mine knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Kamenkai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me, and I'd lost my job. Suddenly, leaving me a single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, and my children. And then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know so badly? You want to know what happened so badly? Fine. I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups began being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing, and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Amiko, she didn't die for some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality, and it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No, you do know something. In the report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask. The same one you handed to me 6 months ago. That's... Tokimasa would always keep it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day, a man, some journalist or other, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I had ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of my Emiko. Well, we know who it was. That was the fucking collector. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions and only had one left, but I gave it to him, nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask, that I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her? Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why'd you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came, and when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe out a sigh of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking May away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No, I don't know anybody by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you were involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone. Your partner. In the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I first met you, I had time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine. And as the mask grew further away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me. And so I became determined to find a way to protect myself
and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the Kamenkai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to serve our connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from its grip.
Destroy the mask? I thought you just said it couldn't be done.
Not physically.
Grandma, is everything all right? I overheard you talking about that mask again.
Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here, as this talk involves you. You've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great powers. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now, seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do want the mask, if you truly do what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it.
I do know what the mask is. Makes sense. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the Kamenkai, which you still haven't given me.
You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there is only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the Kamenkai compound itself. The record of its location are lost, and they were never made public. But I know where it is.
What's the catch?
Go there. Search your truth. See what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it.
What makes you so confident I'll change my mind?
I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. These two things are all the mask will afford you. There is something else.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound. It had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko.
Sounds like a superstition to me. So, what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information?
I believe the energies of the mask and that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It may help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Okigahara.
Okigahara? That's the suicide forest.
Suicide forest? What a dreadful name. I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death.
Yeah, isn't that true? That there's a forest in Japan. I'm not quite sure where it is, but isn't that where like lots of people go and commit suicide? I guess because it's like out of the way and trees, and it'll be hard to find someone in a forest. But I mean, still to have a whole forest named after suicide. I mean, God, that's really quite sad, isn't it? Aito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I heard even compasses won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about that mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I saw her there. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all that stuff about Mum and Dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aikogahara is huge. How are you going to find the one compound? Mai makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is?
Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narusawa. We used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path there, used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward, and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you.
Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years.
It still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go. Search for whatever truth you think you'll find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified.
That... I understand. I do. This mask is pure evil. And to stop it causing pain to others, we need to get rid of it. There's no two ways about it. It has to be done.
Good. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. Mai, see her out.
Alright. So... Oh, yeah, there you go. She's never said anything like that to me. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself. You're still young. You should forget all about this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about masks and spirits, well, you sound like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Aito.
Oh, she's a gem. I mean, she cares about everybody.
God, it's... Alright, well, it's 120 kilometers away from Tokyo. Okay. Oikigogahara then. Oh, God, alright. Finally, this must be the path the old Kawana woman was talking about. If her story was true, all I need to do is follow it to find the Kamenkai's old compound. Let's hope it's that simple. No time to sit here and think it though. Think it through. I need to get out of these woods before nightfall. Oh God, this is horrid. Yeah, I am not liking this at all. But I just gotta keep going. Oh God, and the music's built up. I honestly don't know... What? I honestly don't know what was, spookier. The background music we got now, or the just plain... Oh, that sent chills down my spine when it came up. I don't know why. 3 statues, covered in moss and undergrowth. It looks like one is missing. Okay. Keep going. What? We're in a sewer? Oh, ow. Oh no, not this again. Hello, Raina. Hi. This isn't a thing. Why is she here? Raina, what is she doing? Huh? Where am I? No. Anywhere but here. I don't want to remember this. Why now? Aito, why did you come here? You've left me here to die again, haven't you? It was your fault that this happened to me. You're so selfish. You never care about what happens to anyone but yourself. People who get hurt along the way are just collateral damage. It's all about you and what you want. You. You're not looking for me. You only want to hurt the girl. To hurt the old woman. To see everyone who gets in your way suffer. No, that's not true. I would have done anything to change what happened to you. Make it go away. I can't bear to look anymore. Stop. Make it stop. I don't want to remember. What a great idea. Remembering hurts, doesn't it? Let's make it all go away. Let me take all that pain. Let's forget together, Ayami-chan. Oh, okay. There's no countdown timer, so I've got nothing to wait for it to expire, so I have to click one. Okay. What the hell is that whispering? Oh God. Well, now you see what I was talking about. This is what Suicide Forest is. Well, I mean, the name explains it all in its own right. You didn't need an example, did you? Holy shit, it's building up now. This is not nice. Oh, hello. An Ozijama statue? I feel a familiar presence as I pick it up. Am I able to go back and give it to the rest of them? No. I'm going to guess that's what I'm going to take back for the ritual. I mean, maybe, anyway. Where the hell is this compound? Am I there? Excuse me? Why am I back in bed? This isn't making sense. Why am I here? Am I back in my bed? Or am I at the Kamenkai's compound? I guess by that, I'm in my bed. Yeah, oh. Okay, how long ago is this? Jeez, the way you were sleeping, I thought you'd never wake up. Where? Kazuki? Thank goodness you're okay. I knew I'd find you. Huh? Find me? What are you talking about? I haven't gone anywhere. I saw you on the ground. Reina, she slit your throat. That must have been a hell of a nightmare you had. Nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix. Speaking of, I fixed the coffee machine so you can officially file that case as closed. Hey, you okay? You look a little out of it. Take your time getting ready. I'll be in the other room. Yeah. Thanks, Kazuki. What is this? I was looking for something, wasn't I? Why can't I remember? My heart's beating a mile a minute. I can't shake this feeling of dread that's hanging in the air. This is real, right? I want it to be real. Or is this the energy that the Kawana lady was talking about? That feel of familiarity. And I just happen to be seeing it more vividly.
It's a little kitty cat.
Welcome back to the real world, sleepyhead. Hey, you're not dressed. You didn't forget about our picnic, did you? Picnic? We were going to have a picnic in the park and see the cherry blossoms, remember? I know it's not exactly traditional, but I figured we could grab a pizza on the way over too. It's an important time of year after all. Did you forget that too? Don't you remember when the cherry blossoms fell and you saved those 2 girls at the shrine? You're a hero. Huh? That's now different. Okay, 2 girls... Obviously that was Mai and Reina, but... What? Saved? No. I'm no hero. She died. I killed her. She's always trying to stop us from... Stop me from... Kazuki, something doesn't feel right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Of course it is. We're together, the sun's out, and we got Lady Fluff. That was Whispers. Happily.
Meow.
Isn't this what you wanted? With your parents gone, Lady Fluffy and I the only family you've got left. This is where you belong. And we love you, Ayami-chan. That's why you'll come with us. Come on, we've got to get going. Go? Where are you taking me? Somewhere safe. Safe? Why? Where was I going? Where's the path? The path isn't for you. It leads to suffering. So let's leave the path and be happy. Forever. Oh! Is this almost a defense mechanism to stop me from getting to the compound? This... No, I don't want to go to the picnic. I mean, I have to.
Oh, Reina's there. Oh, that was the prettiest little picture. Look at her. She's so cute and friendly now.
Isn't this nice? We're all here like one big happy family. We don't need anyone else. We don't need anyone else. We don't need anyone else. Oh God, not one of these. It's better this way. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here where it's safe. Stay here and rot, Ayami. Kazuki? What's the matter with you? Nothing is the matter. We're exactly where we need to be. This is all so wonderful. I have taken you somewhere, just like I promised. Far away from places you didn't belong. You'll stay here, so you can't hurt anyone anymore. Free from all those pesky, painful memories. So, let's forget. Together. Lie down where it's comfortable and stay there. Forever. And ever and ever. No. Ignoring the pain won't make it go away. Kazuki wouldn't want me to forget. He'd tell me to keep going. I know this place. I've been here before. It's drenched in the same suffering as before. Reina, why did you take me here? Why won't you leave me alone? Why do you want to hurt me so badly? Why did you come here? Don't make me remember. Oh, God. Shit is going down. Okay. I've never felt Reina so present so strongly before. If I didn't come to my senses, then I might have... Why now? Why is this forest that she doesn't want me to see? Okay, she is fully defending this. But, being ever vigilant, we move on. I mean, I don't really know if I want to. Oh yeah, we've come round in a circle now. The air completely changed when I placed the statue with the others. The forest doesn't seem so dark and I can see a clearing up ahead. Is it over? Reina, are you still here somewhere? Okay. So that was just going to keep us going in circles. Interesting. This must be it. The Kamenkai compound. I finally made it. Looking at it now, I can't help but feel underwhelmed. For all the secrecy, classified documents and foreboding stories, all I see is drab grey structures in a forest clearing. But it's eerie. Over a decade ago, 12 people died here, and this compound was left standing as a grim reminder. It gives me the creeps. I should find what I came here for and get back before sundown. What was Reina trying so hard to prevent me from finding here? That's a very good point. There's obviously something here she doesn't want us to find. But it's our mission to find it. But we'll find it next episode. This is just getting creepy and creepier. Like, I got shivers down my spine from all of this. Or it might just be because I'm cold. Either way, it's spoopy. Anyway, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.